Hello there world, this is Draken, and I'm going to be going over mostly just the shop today. I'm not going to make a separate summon video, I'm just going to quickly go over that. It's pretty simple. The only new cards we have for this new update are these two here, and honestly, I would only recommend one of them, and it is not the ultra rare one. I would only recommend the mythic rare card if you use specific units. So let's just take a look at the Clairvoyant Astrologer card. Personally, I believe this card is kind of, well, trashy compared to other ultra rare cards. It gives you 35% attack up, which is okay. Gives you an extra AP up for your whole party, which, okay, it's good as well, but as we've noticed with most of the new PvP content, they have those AP crystals in there that just give you a ton of it, so it's not such an issue to get anymore. Plus, if you've played for a long time, you have Zai's bells, you have ways to get AP up really easy. You don't need that extra little bit up just for whatever reason you might want that little extra bit. You don't need it. The attack up also, it's not the best. There are other cards that give more attack up. Now, the defense piercing rate up 20 and pierce attack up 10 is super good. That's pretty good, right? The downside is it's only for Ramada. It's for one single unit that's mythic rare. Or if you get I think maybe there's a Christmas time Ramada or something like that maybe coming out or is out at some point. I don't know, I missed some of those units. Still though, that's not very good, and the unit attack resist up 6, that's not very big. It's a pretty small amount, honestly, for a max level ultra rare card, and it's only for these specific job classes. So you'd have to kind of use this card on, your Lancers or Dragoons. If you want Ramada to be a little bit stronger, this card would kind of do that, but you're putting a lot of investment into this for something that doesn't really give you much. And it does have this ability, Armor Piercer. However, defense down. It's a nice little big area, sure. But, I mean, there's so many other abilities you have that can do the exact same thing. It's not really end all be all. The ability is super great. Like, there are other ultra rare cards that do have really cool abilities. This is not one of them. This is no Shadow Flare, or the one for that one card that the more damage you take, the more damage you can dish out, and it can give you a lot of extra damage on one of your attacks. And that'd be great for a Courage surviving tank. This card, no. I'd pass hard on it. For the Swordsman's Refinement, unfortunately, it is a mythic rare card, so it'll be a little bit harder to get up. And, I mean, you can get the shards from the shop, though, right now, so that would make it a little bit easier. And I do believe the bingo board will be going for it. This card, I like the bestowed effect, the extra magic up 15. If you put that on any kind of a magic tank or resistance-based tank, it is a nice little increase. The slash up is pretty decent too. The nice thing is this bestowed effect, it's not limited effect. It's not only for these two units, it's for anybody. The limited effect though is fucking really nice for these specific two units you see in the picture there. 50% attack up, and that's bestowed, right? So you can have that up on them. And then you could have an Ifrit effect going, and they'll have double their regular attack. And for mythic rare units, that's pretty good. Plus the defense piercing rate up 20, very good. Now, it's only for O and Seymour. However, that's a pretty fucking good increase. Added on top of, 20 slash up for your whole party. Magic resist is going to be the big one, though. If you throw that on a Whisper or a Warrior of Light, it's going to be a nice little boost if you don't have other cards that are, ultra rare. I would invest a little bit into this card if you like these two units of the mythic rare variety, because it's a massive increase for them. And honestly, during the time the cards are out, if you don't kind of get them, it's hard to level these things up. And we'll just take a quick look at the bingo board here. So there's the ultra rare one here. Oh, those cheap motherfuckers. Alright, so that heavily impacts my recommendation for going for the Mythic Rare card. Even though it's great, if they don't have a bingo board for it, you're losing out on a lot of shards you could have been getting. I still would pass on this one. It's just, I think it's a garbage VC. I think it is just terrible. I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I don't think you should spend Viz on it. Oh, you might notice right now, my gold is done. And that's because of the 7 million download shop. I'll get to that after I go through the Anniversary one. Of course, get these. I looked at this and I thought, hey, this isn't too bad of a deal, the Daily Growth Pack egg. It's something, it's not the worst. However, then I went further down and got the first Anniversary card full enhancement pack for 3,000 Viz. The reason I couldn't pass it up is it comes with 20 vision spears of the rainbow variety, and I had been low on them. I'm not low on them right now because of the shops they just had, and it gives you 600 of these, you know, growth eggs, and I will definitely be needing those later. So let's just take a quick look. Rainbow Training Pack. They kind of throw these at you and try to make them look like they're worth more than they are. They're not really worth that much. It's an okay deal if you're low on these, but however, with all the other items you can buy from this pack, these are not something you need to spend any paid Viz on. First Anniversary Countdown Pack, 300 paid Viz, gives you all this stuff. Don't do this deal though, because it is not a good deal. And I'll show you right now, because in this shop, I believe it's the 60 paid Viz gets you basically the same thing, except for I think it has 50 cubes here. The other pack has a little bit more. It might have more skip tickets. But that was 60 Viz versus 300. So yeah, 50 of these. It has these expedition tickets, but no, it's not worth it. Pass on it. If you want this kind of stuff, go to the other pack there. This expedition tickets aren't bad to have, but I wouldn't be paying this much paid Viz this close to the Anniversary. Ultra Rare Guaranteed Unit, not good. This is the exact same thing, not that good. Ultra Rare Vision Card Awakening Pack. So, this is where they get you 50 shards, the growth eggs, and the rainbow vision spheres. From the other pack you saw, 3,000 normal Viz got us 600 of these and 20 of these. So 1,500 paid Viz is worth a lot more than the free Viz is, alright? So these are basically not included in this pack, just kind of discount those. And it's just 50 shards for 1,500 paid. Not really worth it either right there. I mean, if you really, really need an Ultra Rare Vision card, you could get that if you're doing paid Viz. It's there. JP acquisition packs, JP keys, Ovalites. Ovalites you don't need to worry about either because of the other shop we're going to look at later here. JP keys, they're okay. I wouldn't bother going for them because you'll get them free, and you really don't need that many if you are using the experience up items, or the JP up little grab items. Mythical Rare Shards times 50. So this one I kind of have mixed feels about, because if you are very close to having one of those units max and you kind of just need a little bit of these shards for whatever reason because you're building that unit, these packs aren't the worst, but they're also not the best for the Mythic Rare. They have them all the time too, so you're never really running out of those as an option. Mythic Rare Vision Card Awakening Pack. Doesn't include the summon tickets, so pass on this. It's garbage. Especially when the 3001 gives you, 600 of those. This is like half the value of this right here. Plus you're only getting 3 orbs, so way less. So this is 2,000 viz, and you get 100 of these, 3 of these. So just look at that difference. Like, it's a no-brainer right there. That's way worse. Like, so much worse. Like, even though they have this limited to 1, and this is limited to 3, you don't want to waste your viz like that. Esper Enhancement Pack. Pass on that too. It's not the best. Vision Card Enhancement Pack. Plus, with everything they gave us for free, you definitely don't need that. That's also a pass. Equipment packs, always get those. They're always a decent deal. I bought off all of those just because I was low on a lot of that stuff, so I felt like purchasing it. This shop, however, is the one that bankrupted me. So it did have JP keys for just like free here, I think. So there you go. This was 60 paid viz. You got all this little stuff, and I like the NRG large restore potions. They're nice to have. Not running out of those lets you farm whatever you need whenever you need it. Also, in this shop, they have a limit of 7 for everything. So everything you're seeing in here, there's 7 of them. So there's 7 Rainbow Fragment of Shards for 1,000,000 gil each. Grab those. Grab the Rainbow Spheres. Grab the Ovalites extra large, because they're ×5, they're 7. You get a bunch of them. These are what you want to use on those JP up acquisition quests. And that's why you won't need too many of those quests to be done, because you'll get a ton. Once I get more gil here, I'll be buying up these cubes too, just because it's not bad to have those to help you max out characters, but they're not something I would ever recommend you buy out of a pack. Like, ever. Just grab them if they're like this, for gil. Growth Egg Mythic Rares, they had those ×10. So, you get quite a few of them. You get 70 of them for 7 million gil. Event skip tickets, they're 25, I believe, of them at a time. That's definitely worth it. So I have 666 of them now. Those are super useful to have. Story skip tickets, even though I have a ton of them, I grabbed those up too because, they're just nice to have. I grabbed everything out of here except for the bronze fragments because there's only 1 bronze unit and I have 7 shards for him already, because I had him maxed way back. As your imbued fragments, now I have 9, so this will help me get a bunch of the mythic rares. I'm actually running out of the materials to awaken them because I now have so many of these kind of items that these aren't the roadblock they used to be for me. But buy up all of this, pretty much everything out of this shop. And if you're a new player, buy 7 of these too. The bear guy is not to be underestimated. He is very useful still. Definitely buy up pretty much everything out of the shop, and I've never said that ever since playing a War of Divisions, to buy everything they have in this 7 million download shop. This shop is great. The summon banner for 7 million, I didn't go over that. It's just garbage. Don't do it. I should have, said that. It's just a trash summon. However, the shop, they came through all right with that. The Vision Card shop here, I haven't actually even looked at this yet. I was pretty much spending everything on the other one. Clairvoyant Astrologer, fuck, they're really throwing this one at you. Try to get you to buy into it, but I don't know why anyone would go so hard for this one. So unfortunately, the only shards you can get for the, Swordsman Refinement are from this shop right now. They don't have a bingo board. They don't have a special summon for it either. So, yeah, you can get this here. And I don't know, I might even just buy these shards up because I do like Seymour for an upcoming raid. So if I could end up getting his Vision Shard and maybe like a Vision Card, like guaranteed. Or no, a Vision Card select summoned. That would be what would be a nice thing. But unfortunately, they really like to favor their ultra rare cards, and sometimes they won't have mythic rare select summon ticket. So I might come back and buy those before this shop is over. Passing completely on these though, not even thinking about it. Exuvius, make sure you grab that medal. Pretty much everything else is meh. If you are going for Dwayne though, however, you will notice this is 2000 viz, right? And it's 40 shards, so if you ever plan to have Dwayne, this is 50% off. I don't know if they intentionally did that or if that was a mistake or whatever, but that's half the price of, you know, his shards normally are, which, because they're double cost, it should be 4,000 viz down there. I don't think that was Gumi being generous. I think that was just them being lazy and not doing the math and just putting everybody as 2,000 viz. That's the only way we seem to get nice things from them, is if we get lucky like that. But I'm not going to complain about that. That's a nice little, you know, mistake. The Mongol shop, we'll take a look at that too here. Dubious metals, you know, basically buy what you can. They have a lot of the nice shards here. I would recommend farming it up. I might even just get all of the shards that I possibly can. As you see, Dwayne shards do cost twice the metals here in this one. I might just get the Fravia and Dwayne shards just because, like, maybe one day they'll have a summon banner that isn't horseshit like the last one they had for them, and I'll get them. I may even just get all of the units I even have still. Eileen I might get up just because she's an earth unit. I don't really like her too much, but I might just grab all those shards just to even fill up my shard shop. Don't need the Crimson Saber. I wouldn't recommend going for Prunas out of this, but if you do need a couple of them, then you can get them here. There's just kind of other better items, such as a Purple Lightning here. You know, an ultra rare weapon, right? You can get that from this shop along with all the materials you'll need for it. And you can get, like, all these magicites I would recommend buying out every time from these kind of shops. The prisms are always useful to grab too. So you do need to farm quite a bit, all the fragments of thoughts, and then of course you do your daily grabs, your gill snappers, your growth eggs, any adamantine ore you need. I normally don't get these cubes from these too often because I'm trying to get all the other stuff, and there's a lot of other stuff to grab. The raid, agitator, friend metals, arena. There's not really anything too new from this side of things. March summon metals. I mean, you can get all the shards you need from doing just this, if you know, needed to do that for whatever reason. You'd have to put quite a bit of viz into it though, so definitely not gonna recommend that. Yeah, I'll just quickly go over this 7 million download. Daily step up. Once a day you can do it. So maybe, you know, tomorrow they'll have a good one, or the next day they'll have a good one. But the first one, they try to trick you. It looks like 1,000 viz, and you're like, oh yeah, 1,000 viz for 10 times summon. They do that all the time. Don't click on it immediately without looking at the fact it's just a 5 times, so you're only gonna get 5 cards. No guaranteed. You get 100 skip tickets. Yeah, skip tickets. Those things you probably have thousands of. The next one, event skip tickets. Also, it doesn't really matter because the shop has so many of those right now. Don't worry about either of those. Those aren't really bonuses on this one. They're a trap. And the final one, 100 of these growth eggs for 5,000 viz. You get 100 growth eggs. Think of it like that. Is 5,000 viz worth that many growth eggs and a single ultra rare vision card? Which could be anything. 5-step summon, you have a guaranteed summon for this ultra rare card, of course. They don't have a mythic rare guaranteed summon, do they? Cheap sons of bitches. I would only recommend that mythic rare card, but they are not making it easy to get that mythic rare card. They're holding out on it. They're like, oh, it's mythic rare. People don't need that. They need this ultra rare card we're jamming down their throats. So the only way to get the mythic rare card is to do this dumbass fucking summon, and who wants to do that? So yeah, don't, even if you like the Mythic Rare card, I'd recommend passing on it. Grab the shards from the shop. Hopefully later on they'll have a Mythic Rare, like, select ticket you can get. But the summons for this one, hard pass. The bingo board doesn't include the Mythic Rare card that I do like, so no point doing that. The only thing I would recommend is maybe getting the shards. That's all you can really do for that. I don't want that ultra rare. I don't even want to get that ultra rare later on. Like, I never want to see that ultra rare in a pull. And there's only a couple ultra rares I feel like that about. That's definitely one of them. So definitely like top, I'm gonna say 5 worst ultra rare vision cards, and that one is in it. Probably at the top. Probably at the very top for me. I do not like it. Other than that, though, I don't think there's too much new going on. They do have the new event, the Malboro quest, so I'll definitely be doing that. I recommend other people do it too. Once you probably do episode 2, you're going to unlock the EX2 and the EX Brutal as well. So I'll be getting on to doing that here. I do like just little events they have like this. And I mean, it's not bad. It's hopefully getting more medals for the EX2 and the EX Brutal, because the EX1 did not give super large amounts of medals, but I still farmed the crap out of it, just in case it was the only way to get those, because it does have really good rewards, so heavily recommend doing this. Just setting it to auto repeat even if you can. So good luck to you guys out there. Hopefully, if you do go for the vision card, you get the one you want. There's no guarantee on the Mythic Rare, unfortunately, so it's kind of a crapshoot whether you're going to get it or not. So best of luck to all of you out there, and see you guys next time.